Winning a state championship in any sport is special, but doing it under extraordinary circumstances only adds to the accomplishment. That is why the 1972 Neville High School football team's state title remains an amazing feat. The 1972 state championship football team from Neville stands alone. Sure, they won the 4A title and went undefeated, but that's not what makes them unique. 30 years ago, the Tigers won the state title by playing 3 games in 8 days in 3 different cities, a feat that never has and probably never will be duplicated.
They accomplished what I consider the impossible dream under the most extreme circumstances anybody can imagine. They were probably the team that will always be the closest to my heart, and I think they know and understand why.
I think it was 8 days that we'll always remember and always go down in the history of Neville High School athletics, and you know, sometimes people are just destined, and I believe this team and these group of people were destined to win.
This unique situation came about because Neville and Brother Martin squared off in a semifinal game in New Orleans on a Friday night. But the two teams played to a 0-0 tie, and when all tiebreakers were exhausted and no such thing as overtime, the schools were forced to play again 4 days later, a game in which Neville won 8-0.
When we tied on touchdown or points, penetration, first down, we didn't know what we were going to do. So, you know, we were in limbo there for a while, then we find out we're going to play on Tuesday, then we come back Friday. And it just made the whole deal fit.
It was the most unusual way of not having a way of settling of a game, and that's what made this championship so special, is the way we did it and under the circumstances we had to do it in.
They won a championship like no other team had ever done before, and like no one will ever do again, because they rewrote the rule book. They put the overtime rule into the LHSAA handbook. They were the ones that were responsible for it.
And although 3 decades have passed, this group is as close as ever, and their accomplishment remains remarkable even to them.
I think it brings it out more today and yesterday, coming back here and to be around the people and the players and the coaches. You really realize how special it was in '72 to be able to do what we did and to do it the way we did it.
The guys are close, the coaches are close. It was Coach Brown's first state championship as a head coach, and that made it special. And, you know, it's something that, you know, kind of changes you forever. And it's a special memory that you're going to have for your whole life.
30 years seems like yesterday to all of them and to myself. My wife and I were talking. They're a great, great group of young men, and it's a privilege to have been one of the coaches that helped them get along the way.